clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 19th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. He's going to go for a big one. Pulls it in on the right. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. How about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
Ocean from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
On the direct snap, it's Durham. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. Settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're... Build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wants to go up top on first down. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown LSU.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Hines is tight end. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so high.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, that one falls incomplete. You know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent.
Turning it on! And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Snagged in the middle, it's Green. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. And they can't make the connection. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. They're trailing by just 4 to USF. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Manning. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Wingo. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Forced out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Everything's been working working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down to the 37. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well-earned after that.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Think about when you hit those guys on the move, man. He's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. comes the Texas offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Wide receiver going in motion. The RPO, it's complete. There he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Safe completion on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Grab near the marker, it's Anderson. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window
breaks free. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling big plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wants to throw again. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. DB's right up on the receivers. Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half when you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Manning. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Durham. Quick toss. Runs through the tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who...
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I think...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll give it to the back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air. It's Manning. Finds his back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Off the play fake. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Tosses it back. On near the sticks. It's Manning. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And when you dial up the flea flicker, you're looking for an explosive play, and that's exactly what they got. One-on-one, wide open. You get the pitch from the running back, you let her fly.
And it was just really good execution. Nice job by the running back. You can tell he sells it a little bit, flips it. Then you got to block. Everybody's got to block up, hold it for a little while longer, really sell it, make the delivery down the field. Nice job creating an explosive play. Nice creative play calling.
Breaks into the open. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Running to Green. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
They'll give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to to him on that run.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Blasted as he lets it go. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception and 6 points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
On target to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you were...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll try the toss to the left. Plows through the defense. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires left. That's caught. It's Durham. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Slide 22. Slide 22. Razor. Double right. Over.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Hit as he throws. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Manning. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up, and the ball is loose and live in the backfield. All by himself down the middle. Defense has it. They're on the move. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown, man. They don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their second fumble return for a touchdown today.
And the point after is good.
That makes the score. LSU 49, Texas 28.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The give as they work on that clock. Shakes off the defender. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Catch in the middle. It's Green. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion.
29 Philly, go!
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this.
A shot toward the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, LSU!
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Houston endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Clutch City, and the Cougs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute some points on the board.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
To throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads it left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Durham. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Coming out with it, it's Gibson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. this squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.